So today, luckily, I have done a little recap. So that's good. Okay. Okay. So, in the verses that we read just now, what has happened is Shankaracharya is pointing out how contradictory Atma and Anatma are. But what a amazing thing it is that even though Atma and Anatma are so contradictory, we still take them to be one. Okay, so that is the theme which is going on just now. So, and then Swamiji was pointing out that there is sorrow and what is the root of the sorrow. So we will ask Bhatia uncle to read. Uncle Ji, can you read the screen? You want it bigger?
No, it's okay.
Is ignorance and the false notions.
So the root of sorrow is ignorance. Okay.
Okay. The root of sorrow is ignorance and the false notions, opinions, and superimpositions that arise from it.
So that what has happened is because we are seeing they are completely contradictory. Atma and Anatma are very contradictory in their characteristics. Okay. And when they're contradictory in their Atma means I. So the true I is very different from the body and the mind. And yet we are taking them to be one. That means there is adhyasa or superimposition. So that's why here, and that what is the result of that? Dukkha. Naturally, there will be dukkha because limitation of the body, limitation of the mind is taken to be my limitation. And therefore, there will be sorrow. And therefore, here it is said the root of sorrow is ignorance. Because we don't know that they are different. And because of ignorance, false notions come, opinions and superimpositions, all of this is born. And so, we have sorrow because of ignorance. Then, uncle?
Light and darkness cannot be in one place.
Yeah.
Subject and object cannot be in one place. Body, mind, and true I are totally different. The only way they can be in one place is if there is superimposition and identification, which is caused by aviveka, lack of discerning, and the difference between the self and the non-self.
So that's what, how can they be, how can you take the true I to be the body? How can you take it to be the mind when they are totally contradictory? Iti? Yeah, completely. So the only possible way that you can do it is if there is adhyasa, superimposition. What is superimposition? Like we take a rope to be a snake. We don't know that this is a rope. And not knowing the nature of the rope, we imagine there is a snake there. In the same way, not knowing that the true I is different from the, the body, mind, sense complex, not knowing the nature of the true I is taken to be the body, mind, sense complex. Yeah, iti. And what is that? Aviveka, iti, lack of discerning. What is the difference between self and non-self? So from verse 17 onwards, this thing is going on, So I put it in English actually, the verse 17 onwards, that showing the difference that they are totally contradictory. So, Anita, since you both are, come after a long time, we'll take Anita and Bhatia uncle because they know what is happening. So, uncle will be Atma and Anita will be Anatma. Okay. So we will do one line at a time. Or we will make Anita into Atma and uncle into Anatma. What do you like, Anita?
No, it's okay. I think you are given us very
So the difference is pointed out in verse number 17. I will do the first one. Atma is pointed out to be partless. It is one, partless. It has got no parts at all. But what about this body? Anatma means body and mind. No parts, but there are full of parts. Body is full of parts. You have got legs, you've got hands, you've got eyes, you've got nose, everything is different. Parts are there. So they're completely different from each other. And yet we take Atma to be the body. This is the idea. So the contradiction is being shown here. So uncle, now you will take ruler.
Ruler, verse 18.
Huh.
In internal, verse 18.
Yeah, and
It is
auntie.
Anatma.
No,
Oh, sorry.
you will not shoot. Auntie is anatma.
In verse 18, I am being ruled by the ruler.
Anatma is ruled by it.
Yeah, you are being ruled by the ruler, eh?
And external
Yeah. Okay.
by.
So let's look at that. I had sent you all this thing note, na? Aparokshanubhuti में ruler का note मैंने भेजा था. Why is it called ruler? Shruti calls it as antaryami. Atma is called as antaryami. Okay. And the inner controller. This is told in Upanishads. He is the antaryami. Iti, the niyamaka, the ruler. Because he's the indwelling spirit. You know why actually? Because without Atma, without the conscious principle, nothing in the universe can be there. This consciousness isness principle, no? Without that consciousness principle, kuch bhi nahi hoga. Nothing can reveal itself. And then we have seen the consciousness principle in the form of creation is endowed with sarva shaktimatvam, sarvajñatvam. And therefore is in the form of all that is here, is in the form of the order that is here. It is there in the form of karana karya. Iti. So all the laws of this universe are also in that consciousness itself. Iti. So Shastra is saying that this is the ruler. Iti. Let me also see what else. Yeah. And it's very beautiful. Shastra says this consciousness is there in everything, in all the 5 elements. You know, what are the 5 elements? So 5 elements are what? Space, Akasha. Batao.
Sun, earth, and water.
Yeah. Space, air,
Space,
fire,
air, sun, earth, water.
Fire, water, earth. Yeah. So Shastra actually says that this consciousness is indwelling in all these in the five elements, means in everything. No, because 5 elements only have manifested as everything. Iti. So it's controlling them from inside. Okay, words are there in Shastra like that. And so this consciousness is the master. Iti. It is the source we saw of law and order, and therefore it is the ruler. And what about this poor body?
Ruled.
The ruled. Yeah, because it is ruled by the laws of Ishvara. It is completely ruled. And internal in the sense, of course, consciousness is internal, external, you can't really call it internal. But with reference to the body, we are calling it as internal. And with reference to consciousness, we are saying the body is external. Yeah? So look at how different they are. One is ruler, one is the other is ruled, one is internal, the other is external. And still, Shankaracharya says, we take them to be the same. You know, if you look at that, which verse is it? Number 18. I'll read it out. Atma niyamakascha antardeha bahyo niyamyakaha. And deha bahya niyamyakaha. Tayoraikyam prapashyanti kim ajnanamatah param. And people take them to be one and the same, even though they are completely different. What can it be other than ignorance? Eh? It cannot be anything other than ignorance if they are taking them to be one and the same. Very strong words, no? Because all of us take this to be the same, eh? He says, no, no, no. It means it is ignorance is working over there. Where did our Anatma go? Anatma ran away. Anatma said, I don't like to be ruled. Eh? Anatma को बुलाओ.
जी आ गया.
आ गई अनात्मा.
Okay, uncle. So verse 19 में क्या है?
Consciousness
हाँ.
and auspicious.
हाँ. So Atma is of the nature of consciousness and it is auspicious. And what about Anatma? What is it?
It is matter and impure.
Yeah. So here it is told, Atma Jnanamaya. That is the consciousness. Yeah. And it is Punyaha. I've taken it as auspicious instead of holy. It is very auspicious. And what about Anatma? It is matter. We all know it is matter. No? Body, mind is nothing but matter. And therefore it is considered not so pure, impure. Yeah. And Swami V has got lot of description of why it is impure. Yeah. Then the next one, uncle.
Verse 20. Illuminator, bright and pure.
So Atma is the illuminator, is the Prakashaka, the one in whose presence everything is revealed, the one whose presence everything is come to be known. If Atma was not there, then nothing would be known. Everything would, in fact, nothing would exist, because Atma is the very existence principle, which will come in the next verse. Yeah. Okay. And Anatma is
illumined, dark, inert.
Yeah. It is Jada.
Jada.
Yeah? Because it requires Atma to reveal itself. It cannot exist by itself. It requires Atma. It is completely dependent on Atma.
Dependent, yes.
Then in the next verse, in verse 21, it was said, which is where we are.
Atma is Nitya and Sat.
Yes. Nitya means that which is free of time. Okay. And yeah. And Anitya and Sat. That we will see now. And Anatma is Anitya. And so again you can see how completely contradictory they are. And when they are contradictory, we still take them to be one and the same. That means what can it be? It can only be ignorance. That we don't know that they are different from each other. Iti Shankaracharya laments. Iti. Okay. Now this also is for oh no, I don't want you all to see this one. Yeah. This one is for uncle.
Ignorance
anybody
causes
can mutual identification.
Mutual identification.
So who is ready to explain the example of the iron ball? Fire and iron ball example. आज मैंने WhatsApp में भेजा.
आज भेजा आपने, हमने पढ़ा था मैंने.
तो कौन बताएगा कि क्या हुआ?
बताएंगे मेरे पति. बताएगी आत्मा. अनात्मा is just sitting.
नहीं कभी कभी अनात्मा आत्मा भी बन सकता है.
So actually, it is an iron ball. When you put it in the fire, so it gets that heat and it gets brightened. But that
so iron by its nature is cold. You'll have to say all that. It is cold and it is dark.
Yeah, it is Sabhava it is a cold, you see, and the fire is by its Sabhava, by its nature, it is hot. So they change each other by this putting the ball into the fire. So it is a similar what the Shankaracharya is telling here. This is all totally false, that you are Atma and Atma. This Nitya, you are correlating as one, which is the biggest ignorance.
And what so in the fire, in the example we have of the body mind, so fire, it takes the place of consciousness, and iron ball takes the place of the body. Right? So the consciousness is enlivening the body, just like the fire is enlivening the iron ball. And so there is Here, actually, you take it as a fireball. People would, when you see actually the iron ball, it will be looking like a fireball because it's completely the same color as this thing. It looks like a fireball. But it's not a fireball, meaning there is fire and there is iron there. And they are completely contradictory to each other. One is full of light, one is bright, and the other one is dark and it is cold. Fire is hot, completely different from each other. And yet you say fireball, iti. That means there has been superimposition. Yeah, they're giving this as an example of superimposition. Okay. And so, in the case of Atma, what causes this superimposition? Atma and Anatma? Ignorance causes the superimposition, which is the same as mutual identification. Yeah? Okay. So now let's look at this. So in verse 21, we were having the self is eternal and of the nature of existence. Okay. So what does that mean? Self is eternal means it is free of time. It is nitya. And here, whatever written on the side, can you read it?
Yes.
Atma is Nitya.
Why?
Nature of the exist.
Yes, because it is of the nature of existence. So here we see more. You can read that out. Most things in life.
Most things in the life have a beginning, middle, and end. However, the self is seen as the observer of these changes because it is what notices time passing. It must exist outside of the time.
Yeah. Okay, because it notices the flow of time. So whatever notices the flow of time must itself be outside the realm of time. Iti. Okay. So now the relationship between Sat. Sat means that which is existence, which is always the same and which is ever there, permanent existence. Nitya Vastu. Okay. Nitya Sat. And Asat. Asat means that which is perishable. Therefore, as though existence means it comes and it goes. It exists, but it just exists temporarily and it's gone. Iti. So the relationship between Sat and Asat is one of superimposition. So what is this body? It is Sat or Asat?
Asat.
Asat. Yeah. So the relationship between the consciousness that you are and the body that you are, endowed with. Iti. What is the relationship? It's one of superimposition. Because your nature is permanent existence. And in that permanent existence, a temporary existence of body is there. It is also existence only. The same Sat alone. Body is also the same Sat. But it is there and it is gone. It will take another form and go away. So its nature is one of superimposition. Then Swamiji had mentioned false perception, So what is false perception, uncle?
Seeing something which is not there and failing to see something which is there is the cause of the sorrow.
Yes. So false perception is the cause of sorrow. So false perception means we are perceiving ourselves to be body. We are perceiving body to be sentient and we are taking the dharma of I in body and the dharma of body in I. And that is causing a false perception. Iti. And that means mutual superimposition has taken place. Therefore, limitations of the body and the mind I have taken upon myself. And therefore, there is sorrow. Iti. Dukkha is there. Then whoever wants can read the solution to.
The solution to sadness lie within the problem. The problem is false perception, so solution is right knowledge.
So the problem is false perception with reference to what?
That I am body,
Yeah. So with reference to I, a
I.
false person's perception is with reference to I, nature of
I,
I. So the solution is right knowledge of,
oneself.
Oneself.
exactly, of I. Yeah,
Right.
right
Atma.
knowledge of I. Okay. Then Swamiji said, sadness does not go because its cause, ignorance does not go. Yeah, because it's, he just said because it does it, because its cause does not go. So what is the cause of sadness? Ignorance.
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 This is all this. And of course, the cause of sadness is centered on I, Swamiji had said. And why is it centered? On wrong understanding of I. Not
I.
on the true I, but on the wrong understanding of I, iti. Yeah. And with that, we will come to today's class. So now on verse 21, we are on, there is no cause for sorrow. So we will ask, I will just read a little bit and then we will, because Saroj aunty and Soni uncle have not been around for some time. So we will ask Soni uncle to read.
Yeah,
Then
page 188.
page 188, uncle. So I am going to read 188. Found your page?
Yes, yes.
There is no cause for
For
sorrow.
sorrow. This naturally brings up questions. In what way is the problem centered upon the self? If the world is not the cause of sorrow, then how am I the cause of sorrow? If I am the cause of sorrow and I'm always there, it means that sorrow will never go. If I am equal to sorrow, then I can never be free from sorrow. But even though I am here, sometimes I become free of sorrow. When I hear a slapstick joke, I laugh and forget my sadness for a moment. This means there is a moment when I am free from sorrow, and thus sorrow is not my nature. So in Vedanta, we say, what is the meaning of nature? One swarupa, one swabhava is that which never goes away from you. You know, for example, the nature of this flask, this color of this flask. Let me remove my uh, how do I remove? Video effects. Oh, appearance. No. I don't know what to do. Virtual background, none. Okay. See this flask. The color on this material which is covering the flask, it is blue, right? So this blue will always be there. So we will call it for the time being that it is the nature of that. The blue color is the nature of that cloth, which is, this is the orange color is the nature of this cloth. Yeah, orange color is the nature of this cloth because it doesn't go away. So that was the point that Swamiji is making, that if even for a moment I feel happy, that means it's not that that my nature is unhappy. You know, it shows that my nature of unhappiness is not there. I am the happy one because I love happiness. It's not that because everybody loves their nature. Everything goes back to its nature and everything loves its nature. Okay? So it means I am that happiness. I am not the sorrow. Sorrow is a temporary thing. Okay? So when I hear a slapstick joke, I laugh and I forget my sadness for a moment. This means there is a moment when I am free from sorrow, and thus sorrow is not my nature. Your nature is something that will never leave you even for a moment. For example, ice cannot be hot and fire cannot be cold even for a moment. If you heat water, it will come back to its natural this thing, it will become cold in time because heat is not the nature of water. The fact that now and then I become free from sorrow and experience freedom means that sorrow is not my nature. If it were my nature, I would always be sad. In fact, I would be happy when I'm sad, because we are always happy with our nature. So I am not the cause of sorrow. That means sorrow is not in me. There's no sorrow in me. I'm not the cause of sorrow. And the world is also not the cause of sorrow, which means there is no cause for sorrow anywhere. This is called Vedanta magic. That is why Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that he is grieving for no reason. Where then is the cause for sorrow? मुझे हंसी आ रही है, पर I am leaving it open for discussion if you want to discuss this. The dukkha that we all have.
It is all our
Objections. I'm
agyan.
waiting for objections. But Mataji, after listening for so long to Vedanta also, I feel sad. Okay. That sadness belongs where? Where does that sadness what is sadness? Sadness is a thought. It's a vritti. Where does the vritti take place?
Mind.
Then is consciousness mind? Are you the mind?
No.
No. Then
I'm
let
consciousness.
it be there. Yeah, I'm consciousness. See the sorrow, let it go, let it pass through you. Don't hold on to it. I am sorry.
Jaldi se
I am sorry.
but it doesn't go, quickly. It doesn't go. It lingers on for a long
Sometime.
time.
It's a feeling, no? It's a feeling. The point is what? Don't take it so seriously.
Mhm.
That's all the point is. Don't take it so seriously. And if you want it to go fast, do EFT. Yeah, do some grounding techniques. Do some. All of you take one session with it. Take some sessions from Tanvi. Yeah, because this is what she does. This is very nice, because sometimes some of these emotions are locked in our body. There's a body-mind connection. So if when that vritti is sorrowful, then the chemistry of the body also changes, and that whatever I don't know what sorrow, what kind of chemistry it starts off, but that chemistry starts off a whole range of stuff in your body. Iti. So there's a lot which is held in the body level. So the energy which should be flow, which is the Ishwariya energy should be flowing freely and nicely, but it is held up because of lot of uh, pent up stuff which we have, which now if you're studying this and we understand it, but the pent up stuff has not been released. Iti. So it's good to learn ways in which to release the old pent up stuff. Old. Iti. And even supposing you still get sad, then that sadness which we get now after having studied Vedanta, you may still get vrittis of sadness. Why did those vrittis of sadness come? Think about it. क्यों आया?
You have not understood it well, probably.
No, samskara is there. Sadness, samskara is sitting and it gets triggered. Our whole, this brain is a lot of grooves are there, no? So nice sadness grooves are sitting there. Something happens in the external world or even in your own world, and you have your own beliefs of how it should be. It should not be like that. Iti. And then the sadness which is already there, it gets triggered. For example, Puja Swamiji, when he left his body, I felt very sad. That sadness which I felt, when it is unprocessed, it is there in some form, in some recesses of the subconscious. When a similar situation, and I get fond of somebody, a similar situation happens, that person this thing, then that sadness gets triggered. Iti. So what do we do when we know Vedanta? We will understand that Sadness belongs to the mind. This is old sadness. Therefore, oh, what can I do? I can accept it. I can say, okay, ठीक है, आओ जी, आओ जी, आओ जी. No problem. No resistance. In Ishvara's order, psychological order, it has appeared and it has manifested. Namaha to it. And if you don't resist it, believe me, it will go. It's when we resist, that things just sting off. Right? You say, okay, Aya. And then first, as Swamiji said, you know, crying, she made her coffee. Crying, she
Yes.
did this. Crying, she did that. So have a good crying, and you will find that it may go faster. At that time, if we all we need to do is just understand that this is belonging to the mind and it's okay.
So how to separate the mind from the consciousness? No, I have been reading and I find that critically, because I'm reasonably educated, you see, and then I understand theoretically everything. But still, I feel that I get very sad after my fall, and then I'm not able to overcome that. You see, this
Yeah,
not
because
getting a
there's very
sleep
strong
is
identification with the body, right?
no,
This very
because
strong identification that with the body only. And why did this happen to me? Why should it happen to me? Why
no,
did it
it,
happen
it
to
is
me?
it is happening to all of us, all human beings.
I
But it,
agree.
it is not happening to the lower one, because they don't have that viveka. They think a cat think I am a cat, or a cow think I am that is what they understand. I am different than dog, or dog is different than cat. But in our case, we want to evolve. But I somehow find, I mean, it is with me that I'm understanding theoretically, but not able to do it practically.
Yeah, so that means we need also, along with this study of Vedanta, we also need to find that space in us which is very quiet. Okay, there is a have actually experienced that space in us which is very quiet, which we get during japa, etc. And then recognize at that point that this quietness is who I am. This very, this quietness is who I am. One would have to, so even when you get sad, okay, at that time, bring your Vedanta back. Even you're sad, it's okay. This is very common experience of everybody. The sadness they feel. That's why I said I'm opening it to discussion. We do feel the sadness. Yeah. And there I will only say that keep studying. We have, because the more your clarity grows and the more you're able to see the mithyatva of the mind, then more easy it is to let go holding on. So I will say feeling of sadness comes, we don't hold on to it. It came, and when it goes, it goes. That's it. We don't resist it too much. It is okay. It is part of Ishvara's order. Naturally, if we hurt our body, we are going to feel something. ठीक है. But is that whatever the feeling which is very natural, which is coming, is that, does it mean that I am sadness? That's all. You make the difference
I
between,
am not sadness.
am I sadness? Or is sadness something which is happening in my mind?
Hmm?
Something is, on, eh?
Hmm.
Mhm. No, Vedanta also says that Brahm Satyam Jagat Mithya. So that has gone into my mind that all this Jagat is Mithya. Probably I have not understood. That also you become disillusioned with the Jagat, no?
Don't have to be disillusion in a way, yes, in the sense that you don't have a raga towards it. That's all it
But
means.
but
You
when as
don't
a
have,
human being I have come to this world,
hmm.
I've got every reason to enjoy whatever the Ishwar's Srishti is there, whatever the
Nobody is telling you not to enjoy.
no,
You
that
enjoy,
is
but
what
when it goes, no, what is happening? Supposing, let's take the example of good health. I enjoy good health. Okay. Then there is a raga for good health. Because when good health is there, there are so many things I can enjoy. I can go out, I can eat this, I can eat that, I can do whatever I want. Right? So there is a raga for all that I can do when I have good health. And therefore I get a raga for good health now. So Vedanta's only point is nobody is saying don't enjoy, enjoy. But when that thing goes, because that's the nature of the world,
No, I'm not telling
health
about
is there, bad
Vedanta.
health will come.
Vedanta is
If
telling
bad health is
wonderful.
there, good health can also come back.
No, Vedanta is telling wonderful things because they are telling you enjoy. But then probably the difference between attachment and non-attachment,
Exactly.
not able to understand that. No, maybe attachment means that I want to possess that person. I feel that after he or she or somebody
Attachment
goes.
means, uncle, 1 minute. Attachment means I consider that as the source of my well being. Where will we have attachment? We will have attachment where we feel something else is the source of my well being. I think I can be well only if that thing is there.
No, Swamiji, I'll give you my example. Suppose my children come to me and they
Huh.
have come to meet me. That in the evening, they want to go and meet their friends for 4 hours. So
Huh.
then that 4 hour is very difficult for me to spend. To me, I am so attached that
Yeah.
I don't give them space that they should enjoy their time also with their friends. I mean,
Yeah, there is
somewhere
attachment.
somewhere the things are lacking. Probably, I'm blaming myself. I'm not.
Don't blame yourself. It's not, it's human. It's human. You understand it and you say, okay, next time I'll give my children space. That's it. Khatam. Over. And you tell them you help me so that
It
next
is-
time instead of 4 hours, you go out for 1 hour.
they
And
will
then,
not go.
after that,
They will
you
go for
stretch your
4 hours.
boundary little bit and you say, okay, now 2 hours I will allow them to go. Chalo. Eating.
But that is allowed. That 2 hours. I think they should
Just
have a.
1 minute. Oh. What did I do, yaar? Just 1 minute. Kushal is going to take Tanvi out. Oh, Tanvi? Yeah, I think so. He's calling. By mistake, I cut his call. And Geo is so crazy, after you get one call. हाँ, it is in. हाँ, कुशाल आ गए? हाँ, ठीक है, तन्वी आ रही है नीचे. हाँ? तन्वी आ रही है नीचे. उनको ना जियो जाना है, जियो. तन्वी, take the car key and go. Huh? And हाँ. So you just, be, it's
No,
okay.
just by
You
the
say,
I was
okay,
just talking.
उन लोग से भी बात कर सकते हैं कि देखो मुझे कभी कभी ऐसा हो जाता है. So instead of going 4 hours, please you go 2 hours, or 1 hour. Make it 1 hour first. Then after that, the next time you can allow yourself to be little more flexible and say, okay, 2 hours chale
Now,
jao.
is it natural or it is only with individual?
Very natural. Arey yaar, we are human beings. We are not some angels on earth, from
Mhm.
coming from some heaven or something. No, we are not like that. Tanvi, please go quickly, yaar. Don't delay. Go, because I need to go
The-
out also, no? It's 6 o'clock already, yeah? So it's very natural. Don't worry about it. Yeah?
Mm.
Tanvi is the young lady who's going to give you energy flow for sleep.
चलिए very good. तो
Ah.
जब भी convenient हो
I
उनसे
will tell
organize.
her she has to settle down. She's going to move into her
Okay, okay.
new place. And then when she's settled down, then I'll tell her. Maybe I'll bring her also there once. Eh?
So yeah, further we should read this.
Yeah, it's already 6 o'clock. Eh? But it's good, no? It's good to have discussion. I mean, we are reading this. What we are reading it to solve our problem. We are not reading it to finish the book. We are
No.
reading it to solve our problem. So if we have a problem and we discuss it, it's good. Never mind, doesn't go at the pace it should go. So now we have read one paragraph, and next time we'll meet again.
Okay.
We'll try to meet, and I'll try to make a timetable and try to stick to it. I have joined Swami Tadatmananji's